Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Boxycharm Premium box. So this is August's box, but because the only thing that I hadn't tested as thoroughly as I would have liked by the end of August was the Norvina palette. So I didn't want to film before I finished testing that because, like I always do, I like to go over what I got in my previous box to give you guys an idea of whether, it was worth it or not. But I got it finally worn, more as much as I want. I'm actually wearing it today, and I'll go over what shades that I'm wearing in a minute. But since I'm talking about it, let's go over July's box first. Now, July was the Anastasia takeover. And first off, one of the big ticket items in the box, everybody got a Norvina palette. You could either get the kind of, I want to say it was green, like the actual palette was green. It might have been orange, I can't remember, but it had like greens and oranges and stuff like that in it. This one, when you first look at it, it looks like it's primarily purple, but it's definitely got some warm tones in here too. I'm actually wearing some of the warmer tones today. I'm actually wearing a mixture of C2 right here and E1 on the inner portion of my lid. I am wearing E2 in my crease and C5 in my outer V and a little bit of D4 actually on my lower lash line. This is a good palette. I've really enjoyed it. It's got some, like, the colors are nicely pigmented. They last all day, well, on top of a primer because I have to wear a primer. But like, I wore a lot of the pinks and purples one day. I did wear A4 one day all over my lid. And I think with that I wore, I can't quite remember, oh no wait, I wore the mustardy colors with it that day because I'm usually not a mustard eyeshadow person, but I wanted to be fair, and they are pigmented and they all blend really well. I still don't like mustard on my eyelids, like the color. I certainly don't like the condiment on my eyelids, but I decided to play fair and actually try them out. I haven't tried every single shade in this palette because that would take me forever, considering I'm also trying to pan some eyeshadows. But I figured 3 looks, mixing of the mattes and the shimmers, would give me a pretty solid idea of it. I'm not sure this is necessarily worth $60, like this is pretty damn expensive for an eyeshadow palette. But it does come with a huge mirror that actually like sits up, no matter where you put it. Like, don't try to jiggle it around because it's gonna fall. It's a magnetic closure, it's easy to open and close, as long as you actually have a grip on it, because it is a pretty strong magnet in there. All in all, this is definitely a great palette. Maybe wait for it to go on sale if you don't want to spend a full 60 bucks. Or wait for like a Sephora, I'm trying to say coupon, but like the Sephora VIB sale when you can get like 20% off on it, then I definitely think it's worth it. So I will say it does show fingerprints on here. As you can see, mine are all over it, but it is a very good palette. If you're looking into it and are willing to spend $60, I definitely recommend it. The other thing that I did really enjoy, even though it sounds so goofy to really enjoy a loose powder, that I just got a smidge of on my shirt. I was hoping to get this variation with the, because initially you're supposed to get to choose 2 products every month, but I signed up too late for this one. But I got the palette and the other set that I wanted, which was, I think it was like this, and oil, and a couple of other things, but this is what I really wanted. It is the Anastasia Loose Setting Powder and Translucent. Pretty simple name right there. It does keep me matte, which I do appreciate. This is huge. Like, this is a huge ass powder. I mean, it's almost 40 bucks. It better be huge. It comes with 25 grams or 0.9 ounces of powder, which for a powder is a lot. I panned a 25 gram powder last year, like loose powder. That bitch took me 6 months to use up. I admittedly don't wear makeup every single day, but if you wear it every day, you'll probably go through it a little bit faster, but I think that is a solid investment of powder because it works like a beast. It works both under my eyes and all over my face. I don't get a huge flashback from it, but I am naturally almost this freaking color, so I might not be the person you want to ask about that. Next is the mascara. Now, I don't like to pay for these huge, I don't like to pay high-end prices for mascara for the most part. It has to be, you know, an amazing formula that I can't really get anywhere else. Like, there is one from Thrive Cosmetics that I absolutely love, and I would pay like the $23 it is. I don't necessarily think that this mascara is worth the $25 price tag. I mean, you do get like a metal tube, so it's nice and weighty in your hands. It does look very pretty. I will give it all of that. For the most part, unless you're getting something like the Thrive Cosmetics one is a tubing mascara, and you don't really find those in the drugstore. Unless you're getting something that just is absolutely amazing, I typically don't find these worth it. If you want to buy a mini that I think is like half the price, definitely go for it. It's a nice mascara. It does give you some nice voluminous lashes, but, you know, mascara is one of those where it's like, for the most part, I can't quite tell the difference between high-end and drugstore, so. It's nice to have, but I wouldn't necessarily, you know, go all out for it. Kind of the same with this. This is the Anastasia, it's all Anastasia, Dewy setting spray. It is not full of glitter. This is just packaging. If you spray it, it does have a very good sprayer. Like, there's no like shimmer in there. It just kind of helps all your makeup meld together. It does smell really nice. Like, it's got some kind of, definitely like coconut in there, which if you don't like coconut, this is definitely not for you, because I know some people absolutely abhor coconut scents. I love them, but if you want something that just melts your makeup together and gives you a little bit of a glow, this is really nice. But this is another one where it's like you can smell and good sprayer quality aside, which you can't always find in the drugstore. Sometimes you will get one that's a decent spray, like a decent formula, but it's in a shitty packaging. I think some of that price is in the packaging. I will say that, because it is very pretty and it is very functional and it smells really good. But I think you could probably find something like this for a little bit less, so. I'm happy to have it though. Like, I find that this box was really worth it for me. And I did get the eyebrow definer, but it's one of those, you know, teardrop shaped ones. I don't use those. It's already gone. I swapped it with somebody for something else. But finally, we have the Kabuki Brush, which was something that I was a little like, what am I going to use this thing for? Because it's, when I think Kabuki Brush, I think big. This is small. Works great as a contour. So that's what I've been using it for. I'm happy to have it. I would not have bought that brush though. Like, there are definitely other brushes that I would have bought. I'll splurge on a really good eyeshadow brush. I kind of wish I had gotten the dual-ended eyeshadow brush instead of that, but I am not mad at that box. That box was definitely worth it. But out with the old and with the new. This is my box for the month, and overall, I'm pretty happy with it. But honestly, the thing is that it's really skincare heavy this month. And I'm pretty sure the one that's coming to me, well, I say it's really skincare heavy for August, and I think the one that's coming in September is going to be as well. Like, I wish that it was a little more half and half as far as makeup and skincare are concerned. So there is that. First, I'll go over my choices. First thing I got was, because I so need more of these, another makeup setting spray. Like this, I have some kind of addiction to makeup setting sprays. I don't know why, but I do. This one is from Fenty Beauty. It is the What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray. So it's like another dewy setting spray. I do like Fenty products. I think they're a little overpriced, but they're good. Once again, you got some great packaging. It's really aesthetically pleasing. Let's spray it on this hand so we can get an idea of the scent as well. Oh, that's a really fine mist. That's definitely some quality right there. It smells a little bit like hairspray. Doesn't really bother me, but yeah, that smells a little bit like hairspray. But I'm excited to try it. It was definitely what I chose because I like some setting sprays. And the other thing I chose was the Haas Laboratories Glam Attack All Over Liquid Shimmer Powder. It's a liquid eyeshadow. And mine is in the shade Dynasty. Because when you offer me a deep green, emerald green shade, I want everything to do with it. Now, I've never tried anything from this brand before. This is Lady Gaga's brand actually, but here's where you can really see the color. So, that's beautiful color. I have no idea how well this will last on my eyes. I'm going to try and wear it alone first, because technically that's what you're supposed to be able to do with these things. It's just that I have such greasy eyelids that normally I have to top stuff like this with a powder to make it stay at all. But yeah, we're going to try it without powder first just to see the staying power. And now for the stuff they chose for me. This is where all the kind of random assortment of skincare comes in. 2 things I'm really happy to get. 2 things, not so much. Now, the 2 things I'm happy to get are the Ossia Sea Minerals Mist, because this is a skincare mist, but more facial sprays, because I love them. Now, if you tuned into my last Child of the 80s Project Pan, I rolled one of these in. That's because I'll show you what I bought in a minute, but I bought a few things from the pop-up sale. I did not know what I was getting at the time, and I've been wanting to try this forever, and I've been wanting to get it, and when I saw it was in the pop-up sale, I bought one as well. So I have 2 of these now, which is why I'm trying to pan one. And I can go ahead and tell you what I think of it. The product is great. Like, it's a nice, refreshing mist. It smells really nice. It feels good on the skin. It doesn't do anything weird to my skin, like break me out or anything. However, this is one of the worst sprayers I've ever dealt with. Like, I'm gonna spray it into my hand. Okay, well, maybe the other one I have is a defective one. Let me spray it on my face. I'm taking a gamble here. All right, so this has happened to me before. My other one, the one that I got from the pop-up actually, is a defective sprayer, because that thing shoots me right directly in the face. This one it's not the Fenty Beauty sprayer was better, but this is at least a nice fine mist, isn't shooting me directly in the freaking face. So now I know, because at first I was like, why would I pay $38 to purchase this again when the sprayer is a piece of crap? That is not the case here. So, and also, packaging is glass. I'm a little conflicted now, because I was mad at it, because I've been wanting to try it forever, because I'm obsessed with sprays. Ever since I saw somebody get it in a, what was it called? What is that box called? It's one of the, I think it's the Vegan Cuts box, something like that. I don't know. I'll have to double check, and I'll put it here. But ever since then, I've been wanting to try it. Like, I don't know why I became obsessed with this, but I did. But I didn't want to pay $38 full price for something that I might hate, because you can't buy it from like Sephora or anything either. You have to buy it from their website. So I was really excited when I finally got it in a box and when I bought it in pop-up. But that first sprayer is, if this is the quality of the sprayer, it's a good sprayer. I rambled on forever about that. Next is something that I'm not excited about in any way, but I can use them, so it's fine. These are, let me read the proper name. The Larousse Beauty Face Discs. Now this is just, instead of using like a cotton round for, toner and stuff like that, you can use a reusable thingy like this. Now I've heard that these things shed like crazy, so we'll see to be sure, but I'm always happy to have more of these. I already have some, both that are similar to this and just like some little cloth rounds that I got from Walgreens one day because they were like marked down to 99 cents, so I figured why not. This is like the fuzzy ones that I can imagine might shed a lot once you wash them, but I will try them out and we will see, and I will let you know next month. And now for the 2 things that I'm not so excited about. One I'm okay with, but the other one, it's actually up on the swap site. First, the thing that I'm okay with, although the price of this is ridiculous, this is the Grown Alchemist Age Repair Gel Mask. So, direction-wise, how do we use this? Apply a generous amount to clean facial skin, including the eye contour. Allow active ingredients to absorb into skin for 10 to 15 minutes. and rinse thoroughly with warm water. Okay, so this is like an $80 mask, which, you know, I usually don't like to spend more than $50 on any one piece of skincare. And I know for some people that's like, wow, that's a lot. And that is a lot, don't get me wrong, but I do believe that to a point at least you're purchasing for quality, so. But the tube is metal, and I don't know exactly how I feel about that. Like, it feels like they're putting more money into the packaging at least, rather than using plastic. But I imagine that this is going to get hard to squeeze after a while, so whatever. I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. And finally, the thing I'm not even going to take out of the box because it is up on the swap site because I don't want to use it. It is the Earth Harbor Natural Sunshine Dew Antioxidant Cleansing Oil. I don't love cleansing oils. I prefer a balm, honestly, like the pharmacy one. I used to use the Clinique one before I'm trying to go cruelty-free now. But no, I just find oils to be messy. I tend to like spill some with the balm. You don't necessarily do that. So not my favorite. I figured instead of trying to pan it or whatever, I'll just swap it away, maybe sell it. Just depends on how it goes. Now maybe I'll throw it in a giveaway because I know people that do love cleansing oils, but I'm just not one of them. Now for what I bought at the pop-up sale, I bought 4 things, which you go on Reddit and you see other people's hauls and you're like, damn, y'all buy a lot of shit. Like, some people on there buy gobs and gobs and stuff. And I know to a point they're stocking up on like Christmas gifts and stuff like that. But still, damn, y'all got more money than I do. Anyways, like I said, first thing I bought another bottle of this. I'm currently panning it. It's the one with the crappy sprayer. I also bought two things that showed up in the regular box. First is the Clean Skin Club Pineapple Glow Mist. Once again, more sprays. This is a makeup spray though, I believe. No, this one might actually be the, yeah, this is the skincare one. So use directly after cleansing, mist onto clean, dry skin, AM to PM, and before serums, moisturizers, and SPF. So yeah, this is the skincare one. I bought it because it smelled like pineapples, and I do love me a good facial spray. Good sprayer. I can't get a smell out of this at all. That's weird. So maybe it doesn't smell like pineapples. I was assuming it would smell like pineapples, but you know, if it's still a good product, I can forgive it for not smelling like pineapples. And the other thing was, this was actually a choice product, and this was what I would have chosen if I'd have stayed with it, but I didn't want to have 2 boxes of a bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily want. Well, because I didn't want 2 boxes from the same company because I'm trying to cut back a little bit on the subscription boxes as I bought 4 other things on top of this, but you know, at least I got to pick what I wanted. But this would have been my choice product. It is the Iconic London Ultimate Bronzing Powder in Light Bronze. It is a very light bronzer, which I'm very happy to try out. That is a pretty heavy swatch right there. I have tried stuff from this brand in the past through Boxycharm. As far as I could tell, it's a really good brand. So, has a nice mirror, as always. That's very nice. I'm a little worried about storing this. By the way, it did come with like a little plastic cover as well, but I took that out at some point when I first got it so I could like look at it, touch it. And of course, you know, fingerprints, but what can you do? I'm very excited to try that. And finally, I have the Floss Clean Beauty Cheek and Lip Tint. I'm having trouble speaking. It is in the shade Sandals. It's metal. That's pretty nice. So let's see. Oh, I have to unscrew it. I'm like sitting here tugging on it like an idiot. So that is the color. That is the product itself. Looks like you get a lot. I think I only paid like $3 for this. So Let's see how it blends. I don't know which one I would necessarily be using this for. Probably depends on how it feels on the lips and on the skin. But it looks like it would be a very pretty lip and cheek color. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!